Vintage combo of the day. A Daiwa SM2A and a Bill Dance Strike Gold that I bought brand new with the tag still hanging off of it. 1980, 1982. I'm going to explain this here in a second. Are you ready to run and gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to Bassin 101. Combos. I know I've touched the subject before, but I haven't touched this one. Should you buy a combo? Well, first off, let's explain this little series I got right here. This is not the reel that I use on this rod. I actually use a PS10, but I wanted to show you something that you might find interesting. I know some of you guys that watch this channel, you also watch old school videos. And I've conversed with that guy back and forth a little bit on the comments or whatever. He's like a really cool guy. He posted a video almost a month ago. It's called Dance and Bass Part 1 from 1986. And I got to watching this, and I was like, well, Bill's using an outfit that looks familiar, so I kept pausing different scenes and zooming the picture up. Sure enough, that reel and that rod is what he's using in that video. This right here. This exact combo. Medium heavy with an SM2A. And the funny thing is, this is 1986 that he's using this. And this combo is already 5 years old. This is 1980. This is 1982. 1986, he's still using it. What does that say about it? It's actually a very comfortable outfit. A little bulky in the reel, but it's a very comfortable outfit. And light. I mean, it really is. It's very light. But the topic I want to hit today is, do you buy a combo you see in a store, or do you just build your own? That's going to be a personal preference thing, but let me shed some light on this for you. When you buy a combo, especially like in a box store, or the big name suppliers or whatever, and they offer combos. Bass Pro Shops was like one of the first to ever do it. They would offer like their rod with another manufacturer's reel, or vice versa. My take on combos that I've seen throughout all these years: stay away from them. Stay away from them because, one, they're not balanced. Number two, they're trying to sell something to get rid of stock. A lot of times. And you might get a really good rod, but a junk reel. Or you might get a really good reel and a junk rod. If you get the same of both, it's going to be on the cheaper side. So keep that in mind. If you're just starting out bass fishing and you buy a combo and it already has line on it and everything else, go ahead. But I promise you, as you fish, you're going to take that and throw it in the trash. Or you're going to give it to your neighbor next door. Because it's going to be inferior as you get better in the sport. You're not going to see a top of the line reel and rod in a combo. You're just not going to see it. If you do, you're going to pay out the nose for it. Me, I'd rather find a rod or a series of rods that I really like, and then just find the reel that's going to match to do that, and then use all the same reels. because I like things to feel the same. You know, if I grab this dude right here, you know, I always use a PS10 on this thing, but you know, behind me, I've got all these are 5.5 footers back here, all 5.5 foot pistol grips. Every one of them's got a PS10 on it. So no matter what I grab, it's going to feel the same. But this is my vintage setup. What I have over here is stuff I built myself. And they have a different reel, but I kind of like to use the old stuff. But you know, combos, and I know I emphasize combos a lot on this channel, but it's very important because it's just like simplify your fishing. Listen to yourself. Listen to what you like to throw. I'm not a long rod guy. That's just not been my forte, to make myself sound like a really smart redneck. But it's true. I'm not a big long pole guy. You know, I've got a 6.5 footer sitting right here. That's a freaking broomstick with a buggy whip tip on it that I use for Carolina rigging. You guys have seen that in my dabbling video, stuff like that. Straight handle video. That's the longest I go. And I've got some 7 footers out there into my shop that I just love. I think they're great. I just wish the handles weren't so freaking long in the back of them. One of them, I got a 7-foot lightning rod from back in the 80s that it was a 7-foot medium. I want to tell you what, I throw Carolina rig in a heartbeat with that dude. But it's got such a long handle in the back, and all the finish is shot. And unless I can find the logos, I can't do anything with it. But if you guys know where I can find some old lightning rod logos, let me know in the comments. I might use that as a project video. But combos, you know, I see it, like, especially in Walmart. I see combos in Walmart, and I just shake my head because I'm like, man, that's some, you know, people think they're getting a combo and with some quality products in it, and they're really not. They really aren't, because they offer the combo because they can offer a cheap package and give you a rod and reel with line already on it, and somebody's going to buy it. And I'm not knocking somebody who does that, okay? I'm not. But as you know, if you're getting started into this, and you go and buy a combo or whatever, you know, just remember that as you fish and you get better with techniques, and you might find some lures you like over other lures or whatever, you're gonna find that combo is pretty much not gonna do it for you. You know, it's just like I'm not a golfer, but if you gave somebody who uses all these customized clubs and everything, and you gave them an old wood club, say, "Hey, man, play with this old wood club set or whatever," it'd be like, "What?" It's got, you know, 'cause they know it's a lot. It's the way they did it back in the day, but they know it's a cheaper setup, and they're not going to go for it. Pros don't go for it. Not that really says much, but pros don't go for it. But you know, your average guy out on the water, he's not going to go for that. He's not going to buy a combo and you know, I mean, now Bass Pro Shops, you know, they offer their rods and their reels as combos, and okay, but you're going to pay for them, you know, because you're getting a better reel, better rod, and that's what you're going to pay for. As far as, you know, going to a box store and buying a combo, I see them in Sportsman's, I see them, you know, other places, and I just shake my head because I see instantly the difference in quality versus just buying a rod, going over here, buying a reel, put the reel on the rod, see how everything fits, how everything balances, do different movements, you know, like a jerk or jerk bait, or you're fishing a worm or whatever you're doing. See how the combo itself fits, and if you really like it, well, then keep that in mind and buy more down the road. That way you have a bunch of setups that are kind of the same. But let me remind you of something in this industry. If you find it today, you're probably not going to find it tomorrow. Rod manufacturers roughly change about every year. They change the design, they change the amount of guides they put on there, the guide spacings, they change the guide materials, they change the threading, they change a lot of stuff, especially the rear seats, the handles, every year. Every year, companies change it. A perfect example, a few years back, Fenwick made an Eagle series, which is an IM6 blank. And there was a certain series they made that was amazing. I had 3 of them that were identical. 3 6.5 footers, medium heavy. They were all identical, had the tools on all 3 of them. And I went to the store just a couple months later, I went to the store to get a couple more of them. They didn't change them. The blank is different. The response is different. They went to a standard fast action, then an extra fast action. And I just said, screw it, and sold the 3 that I had on eBay because I wanted more of them, but I couldn't get them anymore, and I wasn't going to go on eBay trying to find them. So I said, screw it, sold them. So if you find something, guys, jump on it. Find that series. My advice to you is that if you can't find what you like, build it. There's so many videos on YouTube on building rods, man. Anybody can do that stuff now, especially Mudhole Bay Company. Look up Mudhole Bay Company and learn how to build stuff on there. Those guys are pretty thorough about how they explain things. But there's other guys on there too. There's also some flapjacks with too much maple syrup on there as well. But I just want to throw my 2 cents out there on that, guys, as far as combos. Avoid pre-matched combos. Avoid them. Because you're going to, like I said, you're going to get a really good rod and a really cheap reel, or a really good reel and a really cheap rod. There's no middle ground. None. Unless you, like I said, Bass Pro Shop is probably the best example of getting a good rod and a good reel that's going to be theirs. And that's all made in China. And pretty much all their reels are made by Doyo, which I explained in another video a week or 2 back. All the reels are made by the same company. So I would soon just put my combos together myself, but that's me. If you like going out there and getting combos and buying pre-made combos or whatever, and you're okay with that and you're fine with that, I'll be the first to tell you, don't stop. Do that. But I just can't do it. I prefer to find rods that are comfortable for me, and then find a reel that's going to match that. That way I'm getting best components on both ends, and I'm fishing. And it'll last me for years and years and years and years and years, as long as you take care of them. Don't get stupid with them. I've seen guys that miss bass. Back in the tournament days, I've seen guys take a rod over their knee and bam, because they missed a hit or lost a fish at the boat or whatever. I'm like, what are you doing? I've seen it, man. I'm sure some of you guys have seen it too. Yeah. That's the way things go. That's my 2 cents, guys. That's all I have to say about it. So anyway, guys, I hope this has helped you out. I hope that you can probably understand a little bit more about pre-made combos versus putting your own combo together. It ain't got to be that hard. And like the old saying goes, you think long, you think wrong. So until next time, guys, may the fire bless you and keep you in Yeshua's name. Until I see you next time, fish on.